Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with my TNA Impact Wrestling review for tonight, July the 12th, 2012. Okay, of course, the Impact following Destination X. I thought this Impact was pretty good tonight. A little better than, I'm afraid to say this, but a little better than Raw. Not as many squashes. I think it was like 3 or 4 squashes in a row on Raw last Monday night. But it's a decent Impact tonight. Okay Wrestling. 2 very decent Bound for Glory matches. A decent Knockouts Title match. A couple little bullshitty deals, including our first match, which I'll get to in a moment. And like I said, this is the only way you can get the results. One of the only ways you can get results of TNA is through these reviews if you don't have DirecTV. I feel bad. Like I said, if you are watching this video and you do have DirecTV, I do feel sorry for you. And like I said on the Attack one today, I hope this problem gets solved so you can watch wrestling on DirecTV again. Alright, on with our first thing of the night, which was one of the stupidest things of the night. 2 stupid things that kind of dragged the show. Bully Ray against Joseph Park / Abyss. Of course, there was actually proof once and for all about Abyss being Chris Park. Joe's Park. Whatever. Anyway, this match was a little slow going, teasing things, and Joseph Park is like Abyss / Chris Park's got some terrific acting, pretending like he doesn't know how to wrestle well. This whole Joseph Park thing has been terrific acting, trying to act like he's not a wrestler. Anyway, Joseph tried his best to do his thing, but of course Billy Ray kept going. Of course, this was a no DQ match, so he saw him put out weapons. That low blow thing the Keith G's created was kind of a cheesy, cheesy move. But yeah, there you go. But indeed, the ending came when they each had a weapon. I think Joseph had a chair, and Bully had a chain. He nailed the chain first because it was closest to Joseph's head, not the chair. Of course, 1, 2, 3. Of course, we saw thumbtacks as well. Decent moves there. The thumbtacks with Joseph. Spine busting Bully Ray on the thumbtacks. But after, of course, Bully got him with a chain. 1, 2, 3 victory for Bully. Joseph finally proved to everybody that he is really Abyss. Because Joseph had a little blood on the top of his head, bleeding from the chain hit. He tasted the blood. He looked at the blood. He went ballistic. He had a sadistic look in his eye. Grabbed Bully, nailed the Black Hole Slam. Bully Ray said after the match, I beat Joseph Park, but who was that did the Black Hole Slam? And I've been saying it for months, and everyone notices now. Now all the oblivious people can finally figure out once and for all that Joseph Park is Abyss. And this whole Joseph Park thing will finally go away. They were probably gonna find out officially soon that Joseph Park is Abyss. That this whole Joseph thing has been a ruse. To tease Bully Ray a little bit. To trick Bully Ray. I smell a Monsters Ball match or some sort of hardcore match at Hardcore Justice. Speaking of that, a match was made for Hardcore Justice. But I'll get to that in a few moments. On our second match, which was the first of 2 Bound for Glory series matches this evening, it was the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe, the leaderboard leader, taking on Rob Van Dam. Pretty good match. Already tried his best against Joe. Of course, Joe has been winning via submission, so Joe was dealing many submission attempts on RVD throughout the match. He's been going for a lot of various submissions, including the figure 4. But then the ending came, and RVD stole it, basically. Joe was trying to go for another submission. He had an arm lock there, but he was going for another submission. As he was trying to lock it on the leg, RVD called him into a roll-up. 1, 2, 3. RVD got the victory in the 7 points. He now has 14. Now I'll tell you the points, the standings of the Bound for Glory series after I tell you the results of our main event, which is, of course, another Bound for Glory series match, Mr. Anderson against Kanango. Now on to our next match, which was, of course, involving our new TNA X Division champion, the only squash of the night, as Zima Iron took on in a non-title match Dakota Dalso, who was of course in the Bound for Glory X Division thing for the Destination X thing, but didn't get a chance for the title this past Sunday. Dakota fighting for the honor. This Jesse Sorensen thing, they're teasing like Zima's gonna fight Jesse when he comes back. Of course, Zima Iron broke Jesse's neck back in February. It's been out since, so typical kind of a squash match. Dakota looked excellent. Someone this match, he took it to the Zima Iron. That's the point. Even though you're gonna get squashed anyway, at least you don't have to be squashed without honor, without at least showing yourself and at least having some fight. But of course, like I said, in the end, despite Dakota's stability and of course his guts, he got near-ended with the stomach thing, the backwards thing by Zima Iron. 1, 2, 3. Zima Iron is still, well, won the match, but of course he is the X Division champion. It was a non-title match. I know a lot of people have their opinions on Zima Iron. I like him. You know, he's an okay guy. We'll see how he does as champion, but I hope to God not every one of his matches is like quick squashes like this one was. So hopefully Zima fights long matches during his reign of being the X Division champion. But I actually didn't mention before the Zima Iron match, we had a segment involving AJ Styles, Kaz, and Daniels. Of course, Daniels lost to AJ in a last man standing match, which I heard was very good this past Sunday at Destination X. And the whole AJ Claire thing, of course, got a little crazy tonight. It's stupid too. A few weeks ago, of course, Daniel accused AJ of being the father of Claire's baby. AJ keeps denying it, but tonight Claire Lynch revealed during the segment that Christopher Daniels is right, that she is pregnant with AJ's child. AJ cannot believe it. Claire has proof that AJ's the father. What is this, Maury all of a sudden? I did like the Jerry chants. This is so fucking Jerry Springer. You know, both WWE and TNA got their own little soap opera thing going on in both them. Like, you need a little bit of soap opera, even though people hate it. You got the old AJ. Isn't it weird that both WWE and TNA's weird storylines involve the name AJ? AJ, the girl in WWE with the whole Daniel CM Punk love triangle. And TNA got AJ Styles and the whole baby thing with Claire Lynch. You know, WWE and TNA has a love affair with the name AJ all of a sudden. And stupid storylines involving both of them. At least WWE storyline's a little better. It's more about love than a fucking baby storyline with TNA. Hoping this ends soon. But we'll see more about the stupid storyline in the next couple weeks to come. To our dismay. Of course, we all want this to end. So, it is fucking Jerry Springer. It is fucking soap opera. That's what wrestling is. Real life soap opera. You know, you gotta have that. But I hate it, and a lot of people agree with me. This storyline's stupid. Now, I mentioned the new X Division champion Zima Iron wrestled. Right after him, we had the first public appearance of the former X Division champion, of course, the new TNA World Champion, Austin Aries. The crowd, like I said, Austin deserves this push. I'm happy for him. You know, 1 year ago when I started making these videos, when I made my first Impact Wrestling review about a year ago, I said I wasn't a big of a fan of Aries when he came back about a year ago. I said it was okay. Not like him. You know, I've seen his stuff, seen him live at the TNA house show, met him, he's a nice dude. He's a decent wrestler, good wrestler. I hope he does well as a TNA World Champion. He was coming out, having a celebration speech about, you know, being the champion, doing all this, yada, yada, yada. And here comes Bobby Roode to interrupt and be the buzzkill. And Bobby was like fuming. He was like, ugh, he was too pissed he couldn't get the words out of his mouth. He was so pissed that he was upset like that with Mr. Aries. He called it a fluke. Austin's like, I'm no fluke. Well, later on in the evening, Bobby Roode talked to Hogan, and Hogan's like, you want to prove it's not a fluke? Well, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I talked about Abyss/Joe Park against Bully Ray could be a possibility for Hardcore Justice. We have a match made for Hardcore Justice. It'll be Bobby Roode taking on Austin Aries for the TNA World title. But they won't have to wait until Hardcore Justice to fight, though. next week is open fight night. And Austin Aries will be facing Bobby Roode next week in a non-title match as part of open fight night. So the fight next week, like I said, on OFN, but the fight for the title at Hardcore Justice. That match being made tonight. So there you go. They're going to fight again. I should have guessed that. So there you go. Now on to our next match. Speaking of titles, the only title that wasn't on the line besides the TNA tag titles that wasn't on the line this past Sunday, Knockouts title was defended as Gail Kim got a rematch against Miss Brooke Tessmacher. Now this match, I don't need to go on and on about how I think with the TNA Knockouts. I've said enough about how I like it. They actually wrestled. Decent matchup. You know, I know Brooke Tessmacher is not the best female knockout in the TNA division, but she's done okay as champion. You know, the match against Gail was okay, kind of back and forth thing. Gail had control, but of course Brooke got the finishing move on her. A decent matchup. Brooke Hogan was at ringside commentating. And like I said, it was a decent showing for Brooke Tessmacher. Like I said, they had the knockouts wrestle. Decent wrestling moves, good, okay wrestling match in these knockouts. They put on decent wrestling matches. That's the point about the knockouts I've been making. That they actually let them wrestle. No stupid shit with these knockouts. They're no divas. They always said that in the storylines. We're no divas. So there you go. Tessmacher retaining over Gail Kim. Who will Brooke take on next? Maybe a possible heel turn for Mickie James. That's what I'm thinking. Well, Mickie turning heel, but they probably wanted to go away for a while to build up her as a heel. We haven't seen Velvet in a while either, so we'll see who faces off against Brooke now that a feud with Gail apparently ends tonight. Now I'm surprised Earl Hebner wasn't the referee of this match, so Madison could get involved because it will crush Earl Hebner. Now, on to our main event of the evening, which was our second Bound for Glory match, which was Kurt Angle taking on Mr. Anderson. This match, pretty decent match. These guys have wrestled many times before. Probably not the best match they've had against each other, but decent, very exciting. The last couple minutes were great, kind of back and forth action, near fall. It was exciting. This Bound for Glory series is bringing out the best in everybody because they know how important this series is. They know how important it is. They know how big this series is because, like I said, the winner gets a shot at the TNA World Champion, who's now Austin Aries, at the big one, Bound for Glory, which is in Phoenix, Arizona, as revealed last week. They got the mic check a few times. Angle had a few angle slams. Angle like it times. It was a decent, grueling matchup, about 10 to 15 minutes. Decent matchup. Like I said, not the best they wrestled. Seen better from them, but decent matchup nonetheless. Kurt Angle got the victory after another angle slam. 1, 2, 3. It felt like the match would never end. Very exciting match in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Very exciting. Near fall. Like I said, Angle got the victory tonight, giving him 7 points. So here are the current standings before I tell you the final segment. James Storm is still in second place with 36 points. Samoa Joe's in first with 37. In third place now, after the night's win, 27 points. Kurt Angle in third place. That zips Jeff Hardy down to fourth place. With his win tonight, RVD is tied for fifth with Magnus with 14 points. Innocent's now in seventh with 9 points. Actually, yeah. Pope is in a tie with RVD and AJ with 7 for 8th place, I think. Daniels has 5, and still with 0. Bully Ray and Robbie E. That's your current standings for the Bound for Glory series. Now on to our last segment, which involves Sting. Now a few weeks ago, we saw these masked thugs, as they like to call themselves. I like to call them. Attack Sting at the end of an Impact the night after Slammiversary, when Sting was, of course, acknowledging the fact he was the first inductee to TNA Hall of Fame. We've heard nothing about this since. Hogan said something about kicking ass. Well, tonight, Hogan and Sting were on the lookout for these thugs. They were about to go old school. Sting came out looking for Hogan. They played his theme like 3 or 4 times, and I knew why Hogan wasn't coming out. I was like, Hogan's going to get attacked, isn't he? Well, he did. Hogan did get attacked by the Thugs. And just when Sting was about to get help, but to come out and get those Thugs backstage, the Thugs came out from the crowd, beat up Sting about 5-on-1. I can't tell who they are. They new guys. There's been no speculation around the wrestling sites, so we don't know who they are yet, but probably should find out soon. This Death Team, the Dead Hand, because we saw those Dead Hand giving to Hogan last week, signaling they're coming this week. So that's how we end Impact with Sting getting beat down once again from these thugs, as I call them. These masked thugs. So here we go. That's it for my Impact Wrestling review. Like I said, there was a couple of silly things tonight, but it was a decent Impact tonight. It was okay Impact, and like I said, once again, I feel bad for everybody on DirecTV. I hate when things happen, these conflicts, they screw the customer in the end. They don't care about the customer. Especially people who are wrestling fans missing Impact tonight have to watch fucking streams. I hate watching streams. So I hope they get this settled. I feel bad for you DirecTV people. I seriously do. So hope they get it solved. That is it for my Impact Wrestling review. See you all later. Have a great weekend. That in mind, we have been expected by the review from Zach. Thank you all very much. See you later. Like I said, my attack line, it's been 1 year since I've been making videos. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you very much. See you later. Yeah.